Good morning, St. Mark's. We're the Pellegrinis, and welcome to the zoo.
We drive a lot up and down back roads, Old Highway 62, 281, 152, and even Route 66. We keep our eyes open for those unique pieces of metal on the road. We always seem to see the old Chevy pickup trucks and a few Fords, at least probably 65 years old, paint faded, worn, rusty, but still has a certain charm to it. Tires might be flat, window might be open, but it had a stately dignity. It spoke of a time when it ruled the road. Once upon a time, the automobile was the lifeline for the entire family. Dad drove it to work, Mom took it shopping, weekends were for the family outings, and Sundays for going to church. Each summer, she would take her family off to a far-off destination. Special occasions saw her at family get-togethers. The kids learned to drive behind that huge steering wheel and longed for the day they might get a car of their own, something new, shiny, and fast with the latest technology. But the old Chevy had long been discarded, removed to the junkyard where it sat for a decade, unwanted, unattended, and ignored, just taking up space. Sometimes we look that way at other people. We have no time for the elderly, no interest in what they have to offer or what they've accomplished. They've had their day in the sun. Now it's our turn. We look at people of different races or cultures. We easily are disregarded by their importance, their feelings, their dreams, and their ambitions, and what they can contribute to the community or to the church. We treat children as though they were worthless, and then more worthless than adults, and teens if they should be banished to a remote island. The Bible, on the other hand, tells us to honor people, value them, and care for them, to look for the beauty and the charm that are still there in every human being. Romans 12:10, for example, says,
Be devoted to one another in brotherly love. Honor one another above yourselves.
and James 1:27 reminds us,
Religion the God of our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress and to keep oneself by being polluted by the world.
in other words, we're supposed to honor those in society who are helpless or less fortunate circumstances. Job 7:1 and 2 say,
Does not mortals have hard service on earth? Are not their days like those of hired laborers, like a slave longing for evening shadows, or a hired laborer waiting to be paid?
in context, Job is saying there's no difference between the rich and the poor, the master and the slave, when it comes to how hard life can be. There's no difference in what we all want, rested at the end of the day. We all want for a better life in our family. We all have hopes and dreams. We all need love, friendship, and we all crave acceptance and respect. The Apostle Paul summarizes in Philippians 2:3.
Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility consider others better than yourselves.
The woman who owned the roadside where the truck was parked told us that her customers expressed an interest in old cars and the way of life used to be on Route 66. So she called a friend who had a junkyard and asked if there was an old car that she could buy. The friend gave her another Chevy, and brought it to her, where it has attracted attention and sparked conversation among people from all over the country.
Hope to see you at church soon.
Have a blessed day.